Hey everybody, it's Victor. It's time to the Eden Run here, the Binding of Isaac Victor Repentance Plus series. Happy Wednesday, Mosh Pit here in the midweek. Hope your weeks have been going well so far. Hopefully it's been going better than our Isaac runs. 9 Kilo, 6 Papa, Delta Romeo Whiskey Bravo. We actually have better tiers than we have in the last 3 days, but our damage is lower than our tiers rate. That's never a good sign. We're also starting with Bob's Rotten Head and the... the slipped rib, which is not slipped rib, but it is slipped rib. Yeah, I'm not gonna take. We just can't. The problem with Play-Doh Cookie is the obvious, but if you didn't know, it can and will cause friendly fire damage with its random explosions, and you know how I feel about randomness in Isaac, especially if they can cause random damage to happen. No, thank you. So it's just gonna be another uphill battle here as we have a pretty much useless passive item to start with. At least we have a good active item. Bob's Rotten Head can be very, very valuable early on. It can insta-dunk pretty much early game bosses like they're nothing, like you saw right there. So it instantly made this Turdlings encounter 50% easier. And given that our tiers rate is better than average, we should be able to dispatch this one no problem. Although, again, our damage is absolutely god-awful at 2.68. Anything less than 3 and you're hurting. As base Isaac damage is 3.5, so yeah. And we do get a tiers upgrade and shot speed upgrade, which is fine. But again, we need the damage. So I'm going back and getting a full charge on Bob's Rotten Head. Maybe we can get ourselves a free entry into the secret room. Let's see what's inside the shop at least to see if we can get a third soul heart. That'd be nice. I mean, there's a... Blue map is not terrible here. Let's see if the secret room is. Yeah. It is. Okay, well. That's not great. I don't know where the super secret room is. This is normally where I would say the regular secret room is, but it is not. This is good value here. We basically pay nothing for a cent and a High Priestess card, which can help us instant dunk the boss on the next floor. So that worked out to be okay. I think we can maybe try to go for a random shot here at the super secret room. I mean, it can really only be here, and it is. And that's enough for blue map. So we make the decision, do we take the soul heart or do we take the blue map? I think the answer is obvious here. Anything that's going to show us where the secret rooms are, yeah, go ahead and give that to me. It increases our bomb efficiency. It makes sure that there's no guesswork and no wasted bombs that we can use for offense and that sort of thing. So we've gotten last week's question of the episode. This one kind of piggybacking off of the theme of yesterday. This one sent in by, I'm sorry, I'm gonna mess this up. I'm gonna say Matev Vidovic 1225, who said, question of the episode, what kind of runs give you personally the most satisfaction? Is it the strong runs like Omega runs or new runs? Is it the runs where you find a cool synergy or play play that makes the run easier, or is it fun? And fun, or is it finishing a crawl run against all odds using sheer skill and knowledge of the game? It's a great question. I think that my most fun runs are Omega runs, just because I get to have the satisfaction of strategy while also trying to, you have to suss out whether or not it's even going to be possible with an R key. But Omega runs excluded, I actually prefer the runs where we don't have any clear advantages and we have to kind of make our own luck, and we piece together something that actually works and ends up becoming considerably strong. Those are the more satisfying runs where we really just don't have anything going for us, and then all of a sudden we find like a good synergy or a great play that turns it all around, and then it becomes a lot of fun. We know the secret room is there. We get luck foot here. We could definitely use some luck. Also going to give us neutral or positive pills. We know that we can come back here and get a full charge and get that tinted rock, which is going to be pretty huge for us, given the fact that we don't have enough for a devil deal quite yet. Hematemesis doesn't do anything for us. We did get 2 bombs, so we're just going to use this now. Get a soul heart. Yeah, it's a great question. Most people seem to think that crawl runs would be the most satisfying. I absolutely disagree with that. For me, crawl runs are not fun at all. As I can't really talk about anything other than reminding myself the situation that we're in, and having to play through it. Reminding myself what's in the now, the here and now, is one thing, but also doing that while also having to actually physically play the run is very painful and very demoralizing sometimes. It does feel good, admittedly, to beat a crawl run, but at what cost of my sanity? They usually take a very, very long time too. That also kind of affects my mood, because in the span of recording one crawl run, I could maybe get 2 Isaac runs done, 2 videos done. That's not to say that I try to rush through these videos, of course. I'm just talking about efficiency. Get a little bit of a gift here with half price on the blanket, which I will take, as it does give us a soul heart, and also gives us the Holy Mantle effect for each boss room that we go into from here on out. Meconium showing up in a big way here. Now, Meconium can also drop black soul hearts from these black poops, which it doesn't happen often, but when it does, it's great. Normally, I would say the secret room is there, but we know it's not. Yep. Because I was expecting them to run into the dips there, and that's what caused me to move like that. And I shouldn't have done that. The instant dunk there, thanks to the High Priestess card we got, and we get booster packs. It's just super great. Super duper awesome. Reverse Stars card and a Reverse World card. What the hell is going on? All right, well, first off, the Reverse Stars card is interesting here. We would have to give up a Tears upgrade, but we could get 2 Devil Deal items, which I'm not going to take either one of those because they're both kind of bad. But we can trade our Tears upgrade and go into the secret room and see if we can get something better. Was our secret room... It was not an angel room, was it? I don't remember. No. Yeah, so I'm going to use the Reverse Stars card. We're going to lose the Bar of Soap, which kind of sucks a lot. But we have Luckfoot, which gives us the chance of getting Tears Ups from pills. So that's why I'm less hesitant to do this. And let's see if we can get something amazing here. We get Binge Eater. Oh, they're going to hate this. And I love it. Binge Eater. Look at that. Look at that little pot belly that Isaac has now. Binge Eater. When you need stats, there's nothing better. Now we can go see what's inside the crawl space. And it's going to be either Bozo or an HP upgrade and an all stats upgrade, essentially. And it begins. Binge Eater. We did not get a Tears Up, but we did get range. So now the only concern is being able to manage our movement speed, or lack thereof. We are on a Wednesday binger. And look at this. We even get another item that everyone loves to hate because I love it. First penny, baby. We do not have to worry about... we don't have to worry about doing the challenge room. This is an XL floor? Oh my gosh. So Cursed Penny is going to teleport us randomly every time we pick up a coin. And that's great. That gives us an opportunity to skip straight to the boss, which is nice. Now, of course, I can always drop it at will, as long as we don't have marbles or something like that, or a trinket smelter, or take a gulp pill. And that way I can actually just pick up the coins that I want. This is not a great room for us. So I'm going, because this is an unidentified pill, I'm going to drop this because I absolutely do not want to gulp the Cursed Penny. It's a Horf pill. So Binge Eater is going to shore up our damage here, which is great. And hopefully give us some nice tears ups. But the big situation is going to be the lack of movement speed. And we get shot speed up, which is not what I want. Lots of champions on this floor for some odd reason. But now we have a very interesting run. It's the mechanics that I love that people do not love. Some people do. Some people don't. And that is Binge Eater, of course. And then teleport meta, baby. Oh my gosh, we get raw liver. Wow. I'm gonna take raw liver just because. Yeah, that's an absolute metric butt ton of HP for no penalty with Binge Eater. A very, very long map here. Oh, I think I'm going to be able to get this bomb. Oh, there we go. The poison from Bob's Rotten Head did it for us. Lots of keys on this floor, too. I am going to drop the Cursed Penny right now because more than likely we're going to see a coin out of these fires or these stone chests. Or just get, like... What? How in the world was that in range of us, man? I swear to you, these hitboxes are just... They're really just a suggestion at times. Anyway. Still looking for the item room, still looking for the shop. I cannot believe that bomb hit us. So this feels like we're going to the boss room. If I had to guess. There's usually a tinted rock in here, but this time there's not. There's the boss room. Might as well fight the boss. Good damage there from Bob's Rotten Head. Now again, that holy mantle that you see right there is from the blanket that we got on the last floor. There's a tinted rock in this room, but we're not able to get it. See if you can spot it. And I think I'm just going to take Binge Eater. Now we actually can get the tinted rock, ironically enough. There we go. All right, so now we just got to find the item room here. I did drop the Cursed Penny just because I want to pick up this money now that we've been to the boss room. And whatever pace that we were on for boss rush is probably not going to happen unless we get lucky with a couple of teleports. The shot speed is definitely not something that we need. We need Binge Eater to funnel that into permanent damage upgrades and tears upgrades. But damage is lacking right now. Binge Eater. Let's go check out the item room or the item shop. And I think I will take Binge Eater and Binge Eater. There we go. Got a huge tears upgrade there. That's what I'm talking about, baby. Look, you got to take all advantages the game gives you. We got Binge Eater fair and square at the cost of our tears rate. And we are getting things that we need to survive in this run. And I will never apologize for taking a good item in this game. Ever. These are all upgrades that we can build upon to have a truly powerful run. We're always going to have value in every single item pedestal, and how many runs can you say that in Isaac? How many runs can you just be like, oh yeah, we're just taken care of. We know that every item pedestal is going to be an advantage for us. Only Binge Eater runs. We actually didn't get a damage upgrade there. All that Binge Eater stats, all the Binge Eater stats went to a Tears Up, which is definitely fine, and shot speed, which we do not need. Shot speed at this level becomes a big hindrance, actually, if you don't have the damage to one-shot flying enemies. So once again, we're going to be sticking, well, left hand or Cursed Penny. Right now, we don't really have the option for Cursed Penny in the way that I'd like to, because we need to get item pedestals here. We do not want to use Hematemesis here. Full health and perks. Risky dodge there. I almost backed into that. Here's up. There we go. Look at the size of this friggin' map. Yeah, see right there, that was 100% the result of the shot speed. It knocked that Globin up in the direction far, far further than it should have ever gotten. And that thereby cut off our retreat angle. Okay, well, there we go. We'll get a double deal here. And those clown physics are something else. People comment say, oh my god, stop blaming the game for... Excuse me? Game. No way that bomb... There is no way that that Bob's Rotten Head didn't hit that. There is no way. You're out of your gourd, game. This friggin' game, dude. Anyway, people, oh, stop blaming the game for your problems. Like, okay, well, I mean, you can look at the screen yourself and see that all these things happened. Whether you want to believe it or not, all these things happened. Oh my gosh, we get the wafer. One of the few items that I will take over Binge Eater there. And that's going to mean that all damage that we take is rounded down. So we essentially have double HP now. And if we can just get 1 or 2 Binge Eater items, we will be back to full HP. But now here's another problem with Binge Eater. This is a real struggle that you have to... This is a real struggle that you have to contend with, is that having too much red hearts, you have to basically be okay with the idea that you're probably never going to get a double deal. And that's just something you just have to be all right with. Reason being is because you have absolutely, unless you have Holy Mantle, there's no defense against losing your double deal. There's no way to prevent red heart damage. Unless if you have Holy Mantle, or better yet, if you just have Goat Head, then it's really no big deal. Yeah, the lack of movement speed from Benji. Oh my god, we passed the devil. We actually passed the angel deal. I'm going to take Binky here because it's a Tears Up guaranteed. And this is another Tears Up guaranteed. Oh, we're actually capped now. I'll still take it. Act of Contrition means that we do not have a devil deal precedent anymore. I mean, you can see just how jerky everything is here. And that is a direct result of us having just stupid amounts of shot speed. And that's something that honestly always happens with Binge Eater. You gotta learn how to play around it. I do want some money here, but I also want to finish out the I do want to finish out the Sacrum Shuffle. I'm going to take Blood Bag here because it gives us movement speed. Even though we don't get the benefits of Binge Eater in this case, we still get to counteract the loss of movement speed for a bit. And we did get a damage up too. From the Binge Eater. I'll take Binge Eater. Chaos is not necessary on this run. Okay, so I can use this Chariot card to go across and get that Curse Chest and maybe get a Guppy item out of it. I don't care about losing this Eternal Heart because we have so much HP here. It simply is not going to matter. So this is what I was talking about having too many red hearts. We now know we no longer have any freedom. We have no free spots to give us a soul heart. Yeah, so this is, I was hoping for 30 cents there. So we can use the full health pill. I'm going to take the world card so we have mapping. We have a rail gun of a shot speed right now, 1.94. That's interesting that this gave us a mega chest because we have the left hand. So I guess the mega chest supersede the left hand for chest priority. I'm still shocked that we got the angel deal there. We hit both of the Monstros. You can see how much our range is extended courtesy of this massive amount of shot speed. We get Bob's Curse. Never mind. We got Binge Eater. That is another thing you got to be careful of with Binge Eater is that if you don't pick up the item pedestals right away, and even if you do, sometimes they can change without you realizing it. But hey, I ain't gonna say no to Binge Eater. Shoot the woo. Binge Eater. We added even more shot speed. Good damage there. Trying my best to save our devil deal here. I do think that taking the left hand was probably a mistake over the... Well, it's difficult to say that. It's a mistake in the sense that full knowing that I have Binge Eater, we probably weren't going to have any need for a soul heart at all. And I did it more just to hope that we get a devil deal teleport. Or Guppy. Guppy would be very welcome here. The tinted rock right there, so... Which I don't know why I'm doing that, because, you know, the only thing that we could get would be small rock. Ooh, card reading now. Card reading allows us to at least teleport to the boss. Red Stew. I mean, Red Stew's a lot of damage here. We did get a planetarium, so card reading is going to give us those colored portals at the start of every floor. And if we get lucky, we'll get a red portal, and that takes us straight to the boss. But we can also use it to go into secret rooms, item rooms, shops. I whiffed. My God, I whiffed. Take Binge Eater on that one. Thank you. And we do get a Guppy item, so I will take Guppy's Collar over Binge Eater. And it's Neptunus. I'm going to take Neptunus. We don't have any reason not to take it here, and this shot speed is just going to be comical at this point. Yeah, that's Has a lot of firepower right there. This is what I'm talking about. And we can thank Binge Eater for this very unique experience that we've got going on here. It's like I said the last time we had Binge Eater, love it or hate it, you cannot deny that it's not one of the best items in all of Isaac. It's really, and to me, it's inarguable. I understand and respect the reasons why people don't like to see Binge Eater in videos, but the item is just incredible. It's just, it's a guaranteed win. You can see forever. What is this? Experimental pill shot speed up. That's definitely not what we needed here, game, but I'll take I can see forever. Give us free entry into the secret rooms. Neptunus, by the way, will allow us to accumulate our tears, and then when we unleash it, we can we get one big surge of tears all at once. There's our portals. Unfortunately, we're not going to make boss rush, and we have no teleport. So I'm just going to take this to the shop, and it's going to be a greed fight, because of course it will. Now, I think a victory lap is obvious here. So if we get a sack room shuffle on this floor, I will just skip straight to the lamb. I don't mind skipping the womb at all, because we're just going to take more Binge Eater items at the very least. And we have the wafer, so there's really no excuse for us not to do the skip here. I'll still fight Mom so we can get the... I mean, we have to fight Mom to get the negative, obviously. You know, man, we are just deleting things here. So there is the sack room shuffle. So we are going to be able to go to the... go skip straight to the dark chest, which is great. I love that. Health up. We definitely did not need it. Full health is nice, but... And, I think I'm going to take Binge Eater. Yeah, Globins, this is our revenge on you. You want to see clown physics. Watch these freaking things here with this 2.49 shot speed. So now all I'm looking for is just the teleport, the Fool card. We need that in order for us to skip to the dark chest, because I won't be able to get the negative without going to fight Mom. And then we won't be able to skip to the dark chest without being able to teleport out of the Mom room. Yeah, that works. But we need to get the Fool card. And where do you want to guess where it's going to be? Who says it's going to be in the last room that we look at? Anybody? Takers? Anybody? And there you go. It's in literally the only room that we haven't gone to. And that is to be expected. The Ansa's rune, which I'll go ahead and take. Like, I could go back and use that full health, but we take one Binge Eater item and we're back to full, so don't really care. There's our Fool card. Notice how this room is not cleared because this host randomly showed up. Alright, so now what we can do is we can go fight the boss. We can go ahead and whoop her real quick, grab the negative, and then we can teleport out. Now, unfortunately, our red stew already is gone because we took so much time faffing about here. Just letting Neptunus kind of charge up here. That's the only downside of Neptunus, that you can't really fire immediately like you'd want to. There we go. Get the negative. And we actually need that full health pill, so I am going to go back because we need to have it after we play the Sacrum Shuffle. I'll use it right before the final tap instead of Spinal Tap. And that way we can be at relatively full health before we go to the dark chest. So notice how the wafer is only rounding these down to a half heart. Normally these taps would take a full heart, but we essentially have double HP for everything. It's just nice to have. Yeah, I'm just going to take Binge Eater. Okay, that bomb phased through Isaac's face. Now, unfortunately, the key pieces do not get... Oh, they do give you Binge Eater items. Never mind. Shut up, Sinvicta. You don't know anything. Oh. In that case, get a couple more stats out of you. There you go. Binge Eater. And, Binge Eater. There you go, back to full. We don't even need the full health pill now. So our movement speed has been tanked again. That's okay. The great irony is that if we spawn a red portal here, which is definitely plausible, we may not even need the Ansuz rune. We didn't. So the only consequence of doing this is that we lose the... I was gonna say, if we get Guppy. We can take 9 lives here, actually. Is taking 9 lives here smart? Probably not. Binge Eater. And, Binge Eater. Notice how this is not giving us HP, by the way. I am gonna take Lusty Blood. It's going to kill us, but that's fine. And we lost the portal, which I don't really care about. Now, the reason why this is not huge, this is not a big deal, is because we have Wafer. So instead of us being 1 hit from death, we are 2 hits from death. That's the reason why I don't mind taking 9 lives here. 9 lives also gives us more room for soul hearts, as you just see right there. But going back to skipping to the dark chest, the only consequence is that you lose an Eden token. And if you care about that sort of thing, then it's something to consider. I personally don't, because every Eden run you get at least 1 Eden token or more. And sometimes the game also doesn't calculate Eden tokens properly, so it's not that important. But if you happen to be on a low Eden token save file or something like that, it's just something to consider, I suppose. That's the only way to get Eden tokens is beating Mom's heart. Look, you two need to chill out. The fact that you guys live that long kind of makes me irritated. No chests in here, unfortunately. Had I taken Guppy's paw, we'd be 2 or 3 for Guppy. But now, all of a sudden, the left hand it went from being completely useless and irrelevant to now being relevant again. Yeah, Pandora's box doesn't do anything for us here. I will take Binge Eater. And it's those kind of swings that can just be like, oh, okay, we've got use again. Did you see the shot speed of that Horf pill? The fastest Horf in the West. Bad gas. Speed up. We do have speed up pills in the pool. Which definitely don't say that around. Don't say that around the community pool in the summertime. It's I don't condone. I don't sanction that one. Be forever, a little bit late for that, but General Pill gave us luck up. It's fine. And you're seeing here our DPS just gets overpowered when we get Lusty Blood maxed out, which is the reason why I took it, because our tears rate, well, not really our tears rate, I mean it is max, but our fire rate with Neptunus is absurd. It's like having soy milk without any of the downsides. Actually better than soy milk in that respect. I'm saying I would rather have soy milk than Neptunus, of course, but with soy milk you don't have to worry about the charge shots. You can just fire like this, no problem. Get the poison out of the way. Now, if you don't want to wait on the charge from Neptunus, as you see right here, I'm still firing at our normal rate. If you don't care about Neptunus that much, or if it's being too disruptive to your playstyle, you can still just fire continuously like this, and this is our actual fire rate here, so there's no real difference. But if you want to get the burst damage, the big waves of tears, then you let it just kind of accumulate here with Neptunus. I'm trying so hard to get these shots to hit me. I'm looking at one part of the screen while also watching the shot run right to me. Like a big old stupid dummy. There we go. Lamb gets destroyed, and we will do a victory lap. What a Wednesday. Second seed, Hotel Bravo Alpha 6, Foxtrot Hotel Tango Lima. I'm going to go to the menu real quick because right now those portals are bugged. But if I just go to the menu and go back in, now they are unbugged and we can go to the shop. And there's Red Stew again. This time I'm going to take Binge Eater. And Binge Eater. Go see what's inside of our secret room. Crawl space here. Binge Eater is far and away better than Friend Finder. And this is, again, harking back to what I was saying earlier about maybe 20 minutes ago. You know, what kind of runs can you really say that you, with confidence, every single item pedestal is going to be a net positive for your run? It's only Binge Eater. If there's an item pedestal to be had, there's an upgrade to be gained. So I'm noticing we got like a pompadour thing going on with our hair. Kind of dig it. Better than the broccoli haircut, that's for sure. Binge Eater. I'm gonna wait for Haunt to spawn here. Oh my gosh. Yeah. And now we're doing some serious damage now. And we also have the space for Soul Hearts, which protects our Devil Deal. I'm gonna forego the portals here because we already had our item room right now. Okay, Golden Bomb. We also bomb our way into the curse room, so we don't have to worry about losing part of a soul heart. We can definitely get some more movement speed. I wouldn't turn it down. Get a range up from the experimental pill and infested. Yeah, you're just seeing this damage really compile more and more as we get stronger with Binge Eater. That DPS starts to skyrocket. Gonna go check the shop real quick. And that's where Lusty Blood really takes a big role in this. Get a guaranteed Binge Eater item pedestal here. Actually, give me Bomber Boy. Bomber Boy's great with Bob's Rotten Head. I could not shoot that. This is our second Guppy item here. No, this is Guppy, I think. Yeah, we are now the Gupster. So we can drop the left hand. We say thank you, left hand. Once again, coming up in the clutch for us. We are off and running. Big damage there. We get an angel deal. And yeah, I don't want Body Retro, that's for sure. Big damage. Look at that Guppy damage there from the mulligans. Remember, everybody, we're only two away from the only Void run. This video or a short or anything like that gets 2,000 likes or more, and we will have another theme week, or not theme week, another run. Themed run, I guess you would call it. Where I can only use Void. And you know what? I bet the Mosh Pit can do it. I bet even with a Binge Eater run here. Don't spoil it in the comments. But I bet with a Binge Eater run, we can hit 2K on this video. And that would bring us to within 1. Now, we also have another Sacrum Shuffle here, which demands to be played. Oh, that was a great deflection by Slip Rib there. I don't know if you caught that or not, but just bounced right off like a wiffle ball. Lucky Rock. It's gonna give us money occasionally whenever we break a rock. Imam's Key, which is gonna be very nice for helping us catch up in resources. Pickups. I don't know why I did that. I have to go down. I think anyway, the item room's over here. I'm barely firing at these things now. Now they're just getting erased. Yeah, we're able to very quickly. Oh my god. Okay, now we're talking about serious damage here. Our base damage is 27.57, courtesy of Eve's Mascara, and now we're getting into some scary DPS here. I need to go back and play the Sacrum Shuffle. I don't know why I keep going that way. So, to put it even in better perspective, our flies are now dealing... They're now dealing 54 damage per fly. And that's not even talking about spiders that we may find. That is a massive, massive amount of damage. Now, if you might be wondering, you might be looking at our HP thinking, hey, wait a second. How come we're taking full hearts of damage? Well, it's because those are rotten hearts. Okay, what is happening? What is actually happening now? Yeah, we have no space for soul hearts. We get Godhead out of freaking nowhere. This run's starting to get kind of newy. Getting kind of scary. I'll take the Eternal Heart because technically that's going to heal us on the next floor. Those of you who need to min-max your HP, there you go. Yes, I will take the item room and I will take Binge Eater. Because the damage upgrades that we get from Binge Eater now are heavily multiplied by Eve's Mascara. And now, on top of that, we also get the benefit of having the Godhead aura be affected by the damage multiplier of Eve's Mascara. So we're getting stupid strong now, y'all. Holy Crown as well. Holy Crown's going to give us a item room and shop in the cathedral, I believe. Or is it just... The Holy Crown might be just an item room. It's Steam sale, which I will take. And I'll take Binge Eater. Just because it's free stats. Just sitting right there. I mean, look how populated... Look how populated our item bar is now. Our item tracker. Look at that. When can you really ever say that you just take every single item pedestal? You know, we talk about in Isaac, I love items that make bad items good, like Void. And Binge Eater is the ultimate version of that. We do need keys. Yeah, the Guppy's Tail Mom's Key combo now, and that's a very, very good combo. It's almost self-sufficient. Oh my gosh, look at the difference of that Godhead aura kicking in versus not. Yeah, give me marbles, fine. I will take the Cancer Trinket for better, for worse, for skipping the item room in the Angel shop, or Angel Cathedral. But here, normally I'd be complaining about a static drop, and guess what? We get stats out of it instead. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that. That damage multiplier of Eve's Mascara does wonders for this build in particular. Normally, we would be down bad because we have to worry about our tears rate being affected negatively by Eve's Mascara. But in this case, because we have Neptunus, that gets canceled out. Mom's Wig. I'm actually going to take Mom's Wig because those spiders we spawn from it are going to be doing stupid damage. Speaking of stupid, we don't have any keys. Also, our movement speed is 0.45. And it's going to go lower because I'm going to take both of these. 0.39. All right. Now we're cooking with gas. Tin rock over there, but I don't care. Now, if we get piercing shots, this is going to go nuclear here. Get the treasure map, first hermit card, which doesn't really matter here. The piercing shots means that we have 100% uptime on the Godhead aura, and that is scary strong. I almost don't even feel like going to find the item room with this movement speed, but we should. Binge Eater is not the perfect item. It definitely has its flaws, as you're seeing right here. But if the cost of having the value of being able to take every single item pedestal is me moving slower for a guaranteed win, I'm going to take it 100% of the time. The real kicker is here we don't have any keys, so I need at least one key. Thank you. One yabe. I obviously do not care about damage, because we can just heal up a Binge Eater. That needs to be a sign. Or maybe not a sign, maybe a shirt. Heal up with Binge Eater. Just checking for keys here. And unID'd pills. I can see forever. You get a lot of those on victory laps for some reason. What are you? A priestess card. All right. Well, good luck, Mom and Boss Rush, because y'all about to get schooled. Oh my God. Yep. Oh man. We take Tractor Beam here, more tears. Yeah, this is... We're getting to new territory here, I think. This is, the Godhead Aura is just instant deletion with Neptunus and Guppy. This is basically the Railgun build. We can hit anywhere on the screen that we want. Somehow Haunt still hits us. Now just imagine if we end up having rock bottom on this. And we weren't affected by the movement speed downs of Binge Eater. Yep. And that was absolute domination. I don't know why taking the glowing hourglass matters. It doesn't. I was actually trying to get the Binge Eater pedestal, but it didn't matter because we're moving so slow. So now we're at the mercy of hopefully getting some red portals here. Because that would save us a lot of time from having to run around and... well, yeah, I use the term run around very, very loosely here. We are crawling around. And Ys Mascara Godhead is just making every single enemy... It's just turning them into regular mobs. Bosses and mini bosses alike. Queasy does not matter here. But I'll take Binge Eater. As you would expect. Our movement speed is now 0.3. Hey, there we go. Ask and you shall receive the red portal of goodness. We actually do get the angel deal. And we get the ladder, or stairway. So the possibility of us getting Sacred Heart now has gone up a whole lot. And imagine Sacred Heart with this build. Let's go check the angel shop first. It's going to be Jesus Juice. Oh, we have no keys. Looking for a key game. I don't want to spend any more money because I don't want to lose out on the angel shops here. Notice how I'm aiming slightly to the side here. That way we're getting the full power of the Godhead Aura. Now, this is not going to kill Hushy as fast as you may think because he has boss armor. And boss armor is pretty effective against most builds. Even if we had piercing shots, it wouldn't affect Hush that much. We would need to have a constant Neptune or Neptunus tears rate in order to overwhelm the boss armor. There's no dodging here. Just letting it come out in bursts here. Basically just unload into Old Hushy. There we go. So like I said, it's not going to be a pretty or fast kill, unlike the rest of the bosses. I'm going to take the red portal. I'm going to sacrifice our angel shop for the red portal. I definitely would have gone the wrong way. Seeing the placement of the super secret room, yeah, I would have absolutely gone to the north. Down goes Isaac. Back-to-back red portals, I'll take it. And Curse of the Lost. Star of Bethlehem, wow. It's just gonna go straight to Mega Stan. Yeah, I wanna go kill Blue Baby, but we're not going for an Omega run here, so I'll just follow Star of Bethlehem in. And you thought we had damage before. Now with Star of Bethlehem, yeah. Look how fast Neptunus reloads because of the tears up that we get from Star of Bethlehem. And Mega Stan's not going to make it. Actually lasting a lot longer than I thought he would. Doesn't help that he's also moving away to the side there. Down goes Mega Stanley, and we might as well just finish it off and go fight Delirium here. I do not feel like dealing with a another oh, that somehow hit the angel. I don't know how that happened. Well, I'll take the free Binge Eater. And we can pick up the Rosary. We can pick up the shield. Give me a Trinity Shield. We're going to be face tanking a lot anyway because our movement speed is 0.2 friggin' 7. 2-7. 2-7. No, nobody. If we get 2,000 likes on this video, I'll never say 6-7 again. Or any derivative of 6-7. Again. For the rest of this week. Not Delirium. Let Neptunus build back up. Oh my god. Crown of Light with this build and this damage. Holy. So once we get full HP, which we just did, we now have a base damage of 71.89. Good luck to anything that gets hit by us. Not even Clown Physics can kick in at this level of damage. This damage here is on a different tier. This is a whole different ballpark. We're in a different universe here with this amount of damage. This is just an elite tier of damage that you do not get to experience very often. You combine that with the Star of Bethlehem, we have almost 100 damage for our base damage here. And down he goes. I was tempted to undo that if we had lost Crown of Light, but my goodness. What a run. What a run. So thank you for watching, everyone. Remember, 2,000 likes puts us at 6 out of 7 away. Out of away. And I also will never reference the 6-7 meme again for the rest of this week. If we hit 2,000 likes, here's your artwork of the day submitted by Miss Spooky69 on the Sinvicta subreddit. Title of the thread was Art Therapy at Work. And then in the thread, she said, I had to run a group at work, and my clients requested art group. I had to teach them simple characters to draw, and we really had crappy markers that had been donated. I work in a homeless shelter, if anyone's wondering. I had to include Little Sissy, too, and I do love this drawing. I don't think they look crappy at all. I think they match everything. I especially love the spotlight shadow and the perspective there. So thank you very much for sharing that one, Miss Spooky, and all the work that you do. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing, and hyping everybody. What a run that was. It feels good to have a strong one. Thanks to Binge Eater. And as always, I'll see you all next time. Until then, so long, everybody. Thanks for watching this video. Thanks to patrons of mine like Old Hispanic Guy, Nathan Trumbo, and G. Ben Gaijing. If you'd like to have your name read at the end of an Isaac episode, check out my Patreon campaign, which you can find at patreon.com/Sinvicta.